Alright, so it's been a long time since I've been able to make a game, right? Like back in when I was 19, I made a game called Labyrinth. I think I want to remake it here, but right now, game I made back in Little Bit Planet 2, Space Blasters, all that, yada yada. Let's go into it. So for those of you that don't have a PS4 or PS5, obviously, you are not going to be able to play this. And there's my greatest creation yet, Realm of the Cats. Now, obviously, you're not going to be able to play this game without a PS4, but, you know, it's dreams. You can only get it on PS4.
Space Blaster!
Man, that is loud. Jesus. Yeah, I'm not the best at making music, but I think I did pretty good with that. Decent enough. Alright, so today I'm going to show you how to play this game. Demo right now, only first 10 levels, basic enemies. I'm going to lower the music so my ears aren't hurting. See, the working menu. It's not as hard as you think. Getting a working UI is the most hardest part, because if you press circle in certain instances, it'll back out twice in the menu. A little bit annoying. I'm not going to read all this. I only have 30-minute recording here, so skim through it, pause it. There's your controls, most important thing, one of the ships you're playing as. Same, just explaining what the ship does. The ship kind of just utilizes beam-based attacks. This name states beamer. Ultimate, all that, all the power-ups. You don't need to know all the fine instance. All you really need to know is how to play, and that's what we're doing right now. So the most important thing to take into consideration with this game is to not get overwhelmed. Easy, right? Except not all. In the beginning, it's going to be extremely easy. These guys are just cruising along. These guys are called cruisers. They're pretty weak. I'm going to say it in the full game, have all the information stuff with the ship, but simply put, these guys have a 10 HP. Beamer has 10 attack damage. Obviously, it's balanced around the beamer ship, but I also gotta balance it around all 6 ships in total. Yeah, there will be 5 more ships, but the beamer is a little bit planned too. When I was making Space Blasters, this ship right over here was basically the first ship, Good test for all of it. Yeah, I barely remember what the original was. I think it was 8 lanes. Instead of 9 lanes, enemies can go through each other. They can change lanes like that and dodge your freaking bullets. That's right, there's your special attack. One good thing about the beamer is its ability to control a crowd from way back. It's pretty useful. There's another attack that the ship has, but I'll do it when the gunner comes out. Or see if I can do it. I don't know, there's this weird bug where it's going through the explosion, but I'm either clicking too late or I just gotta fix the collision or some shit. Another thing I'm worried about is the zone limits, but we'll get to that when it matters most. Alright. Yeah, see? I gotta figure out why that's like that. But essentially you're supposed to be able to block their shots, like that. Enemies like this, basic attack. Oh, and look at this. I don't even need this, but even if you don't need to grab it for points, then points will help. Because according to a comment I had, you can lose points pretty easily. Which, yes, it actually, that is the case in this. I might rebalance it, but, once all the zones and all the enemies are made, it's fine for now. Probably going to work on it next week. Right now, I'm just showing y'all how this works. Now, as you can see, Ultimate's full. It's preferably to save it to when you're overwhelmed, and you'll see why with this ship in particular. But yeah, this is pretty much the beginning. It's easy. You shouldn't get overwhelmed. You shouldn't die. Sure, you'll take a few hits here and there, but I think it's manageable. I think you can manage it. If you can't manage it, then well, you're probably not going to have fun later on. trust me, it gets way hectic. Like, right now, this is just... Alright, I'm going to go into the nitty-gritty statistics and all that stuff. Kind of just, you know, for nerds who like the numbers and stuff. I like numbers, but... It's a 25% chance for an enemy to not spawn. And in, like, a 0.5 second rate. Trying to get a balanced number for that. But I feel like this is a good amount for spawning, at least for the first level. And then you've got stuff like, how you say, the 10th level, which I have a 20% chance for them not to spawn. Right now, this is just a simple case of 75% spawning, 75% spawn rate for these guys. If you don't know all the like abilities and you just use the basic shot, you're obviously gonna have a bad time. There's another thing with this. If I can perform it with the beam attack, you can get two lanes at once. 2 lanes at once. And here's a speed up attack. Now this is really useful, especially for a ship like this. And there's one thing I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually fix, and it's the fact that once the power-up runs out, the cooldown's max changes from 1.5 to 3, and it's just like resets everything. Alright, now here's what this ability is good for. Getting guys like that, and try not to get hit like an idiot. But yes, getting guys who are close to you, if like you can't get your shot in and it's like too close to the side, that's where you use that. As well as block attacks, but I probably have to look into the collision of that. I forgot what I did for that. I think I did a spear. Not a cylinder. Like, most of everything here is cylinder. Let's get into a more technical instance of this. The cylinders is basically just like... Because everything spawns kind of like in different depths. Like, I really didn't have any organization when it comes to spawning them in depths. So some attacks don't hit. And I have to fix that. I think it's fine now. I've done a lot of testing and a lot of freaking republishing because I've missed a bug here and there, but I think the demo itself is fine. Obviously the main game is like going to be like 100% focus on, but I just wanted to get like an instance for some y'alls on the PS4 instance to play. See, there it is. 2 hits. Some ships not get hit because of their size, like, you know, the Charger, the blue guys that move very freaking fast. But, you know, it's still a decent amount of ships you're destroying. You're still controlling the board, like, you just do whatever you need to do to survive. I don't know what to say. I suck at words. Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm not. Don't ask me to hold a meaningful conversation, because I cannot perform that. Yeah, what was I talking about before? Alright, never mind. Well, I've been doing a good job not getting overwhelmed, but I kind of want to show you the ultimate. I mean, it's good to want to save your ultimates, but if you get, like, lucky enough to get a large ultimate fuel, shit. That's like a waste. I mean, it's not entirely a waste. You get, like, more points. More points is better for, like, you know, getting lives quicker. You haven't seen it yet, but you can lose points. That's right. You can indeed lose points. If you've read the information. You get 10,000 points, you get an extra life. And you might think, oh, what if I go down in points and try to cheat the system? Well, no, I've thought about that, and see, now this is a waste. But points is still useful, and thankfully there was another one of these up here. But, yeah. You hit 10,000, go down, and you're like, what if I get 10,000 again? Infinite extra lives. Well, no, that doesn't work. I have a system set in place where it's, ooh, lucky drop. I have a system set in place to where you, fuck. Jesus Christ, I'm getting distracted. I'm using ultimate. Here's an ultimate. pretty freaking powerful. If your score goes down 10,000, like, okay, say you get 10,000 points, and it's like, it goes down to, you die, you get 9,000. The number changes to gray. And what that means is that you won't get an extra life on a 10,000 score. Nah, you'll have to get past 10,000, number will turn white, you gotta get another 10,000, and you got yourself another extra life. Jesus Christ, it's so hard to talk and commentate at the same time. Now I understand why those YouTubers have such problems playing games. And that's tier 1. Believe it or not, that's going to be the most useful ultimate. That thing does like 100 damage per second. And now, I'm not going to have like a crap ton of tanky enemies, but spoiler alert, I have plans for an enemy that has 100 health, and you know how you can't go up or down? I'm going to have some enemies that are like, once they get past you, even if they aren't near you, they're going to shoot you and you're going to take damage no matter what. Some ships might be able to... Fuck. Some ships might be able to counteract that. This, however, I'm pretty certain its defensive attack cannot reach the side. So that's why you want to kind of like prevent any ship from... I mean, if you know what ship is coming up, I'm using this because I cannot play and talk at the same time. I lost my train of thought again. You know, screw it. Let's just focus on the gameplay. I make some little tidbit comments here and there, maybe. Maybe attempt to crack a joke and fail. I might want to increase the volume of that. Oh, and yes, I did actually manage to do that voice. I have plans for a certain character. I call her Codex. She's going to be basically a girl who's just like an AI who's telling you all information of the ships. You know, for those that like don't want to read, god damn it, they can just press like maybe triangle, for example, and she'll speak to you. She's sort of like Moon in her like soft-spoken, emotionless voice. Almost sounds like Moon, but not quite. For those of you that don't know, Moon is a character that I've created. I will not go into her because I need to focus and not die. God, I had like this one good play. Health was like max for like 90% of it, and now I'm just here trying to commentate and fail. Then I find out that you can record your voice and then expand your, what do you call it, record time to like more than 15 minutes. Hell, that would be very helpful. Would have been helpful to know long ago. For a certain animation. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I am literally level 123, or at least around that level, in this game. I have had so many failed projects. Well, not failed, it's just like I never got around to making it. What one is I want to get back into. Oh, I need this. Good thing I took that hit and before I grabbed the health kit. But as I was saying, there was this project I was working on, the first one ever that I was working on. It was supposed to be Chrome Wars, Raybot. You know Raybot, right? Little guy, literally looks like Rayman, but it's a mech. The idea with that was like, it was too complex. Like, I had like cutscenes in mind. I haven't even made a person yet. And this was before I made Jaden. Those of you who don't know who Jaden is, I made an animation with her. It's risque, so, you know, purchase on your own risk, and also it is $15 for a 15-minute animation. Hoping that would do good, but didn't really do that good. Not a lot of people bought it, and some people just asked for their money back. Whatever. It would have been nice to, like, get into the animation instances like most people do, but I'm not popular enough for that. For fuck's sakes. Besides, I want like my first big project in dreams to be a game, not some fetish video. But hey, it's cool. Space Splashers is a good instance. Oh yeah, the other game. Paint Maze is basically just, you know, MS Paint. And the gameplay is there. The gameplay is there. I just stopped making the game at the menu making portion. And basically, I'm close to it. The only thing that's going to be like a pain in the ass is, you know, I have like this blockology. It's like, you know, instance that tells you what all these blocks do. Stop dodging my shots. And an achievement list for, like, you know, all achievements and stuff. And I basically have like a general mental map of like the map. You know, it's like Super Mario map. How you like go across the map, complete levels, stuff like that, you know. Nothing too special. The gameplay itself is mostly consisting of puzzles and dodging enemies. Hell, maybe I'll show it to you at some point. Just show you the concept. But the one problem that I have is the fact that in the menu, I want to have a pop-up that tells you that you've unlocked a new block information. But to do that, well, okay, no, not the block information. I think the block information is easy. It's the achievements that's going to be a pain, because I don't know how many levels I plan on making. I'm thinking about like 500, and it goes without saying that these levels last for like 3 minutes, 5 minutes tops. They're not that big. They're at a reasonable length. It's kind of like, you know, get from point A to point B, dodge enemies, move blocks, stuff like that. Got some like interesting mechanics and all that. But the problem is, and this was also a problem with Chrome Wars Raidbot, is that if I wanted to make a slight adjustment to something because I screwed up something or if I'm fixing a bug, I have to go into each and every individual scene that I have that object in and fix it. And if I have 100 scenes, that just makes things impossible. It's like I'm going to spend like hours trying to fix something when it's just like something so minor, but it's necessary to fix. Like, how many levels you need to complete to like pop an achievement. I mean, the way the achievement will work is it detects a level variable, and if that level complete variable, and if that variable hits max, achievement pops. And I don't know how many rooms there are, or worlds or areas there are. I know there's a lot. More than, well, 11 max, but there's like, for example, 4A, 4B to like have diverging paths and stuff. And there's also side rooms, or maps, crap. But yeah, it's a lot of work to have to replace something if you screw it. Like, even in terms of, I gotta like fix a small little like visual problem with the player ship. And if I have like 100 levels already made with the player ship, the player in it, I have this game on my mind with the player in it, and I have to go into all 100 of those rooms and update it. And there's also another problem I have with this game that I really wish they would fix. Here's the best example I could give to you. Right, the gunner ship, for example. Actually, no, the heavy ship, for example, the one that shot those purple blasts that does like 3 damage. Now, I wish I could speak because I'm being overwhelmed. Okay, there we go. Now, I had all of the emitter gadgets on like the moving microchip part of the ship. Like, okay, these ships don't have like all the coding in it. There's a separate microchip that's like off to the side. Like it's basically just the microchip is what's moving. The enemy ships, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm just gonna let that guy pass. I need this. Not doing too good. Not doing too good. The enemy ships follow the microchip. The ships are basically just the hit point. But because I had everything on the microchip, when the microchip changes lanes and the enemy ship follows, you destroy the enemy ship before it hits, you know, the microchip. Items, the explosion, hell, even the enemy ship's bullets spawns where the microchip is and not where the ship is. Alright, so like, okay, simple fix. Just go on ahead, grab the emitter object, and place them inside of the ship's microchip where the HP bar is. Oh, and I like the way I discovered how to do HP bars. It's like, text boxes are so useful. I'll get into that at some other point when I'm not being completely swamped. Oh, I'm just gonna... Well, crap. But hey, they're not live enemies here. We're not getting over-swamped. It's fine. We'll live. Well, we won't live. We just died, but we'll be fine. Crap, lost my train of thought. What was I saying again? Oh, yes. When I was moving the microchip, the emitters into that microchip, and I updated it into the new room, you want to know what it does? It brings the emitter object all the way to the top of the original microchip. Crap. Instead of the new microchip. Annoying, right? So now I have to go through all the enemies, delete them, and put new ones in. Reduce the quality because this game really does not like handle high quality objects as well. I can't have like multiple high quality things without the thermometer about to scream at me with its red bar right there. Alright, I'm gonna use this. It's almost over anyways. It's over. Perfect. Mission accomplished. We only died once. And we get a health kit. We didn't do as good as last time. Now I understand why YouTubers have such a hard time playing games when they have to commentate. Christ, that was a pain. But yeah, that's how it works. You can, like, use special attacks, use defensive attacks, use your ultimates. It's pretty easy to not get overwhelmed though once you like get the hang of things, but let me tell you, that's just the first zone. And there's only 9 more zones that I have planned, and I'm going to be working on them. The enemy ships are easy. Just move the microchip over to the enemy ship, adjust everything to that ship, boom, you're done. Not a whole lot you have to do. All I have to really do is just like make the zone's theme, you know, stuff like that. But there you go. Demo Space Blasters. Hope you enjoyed my rambling, because my god, it would have been easier to not, and that's crackling. It would have been easier to not, you know, talk and just play, show you more professional playthrough. But hey, I wanted to explain some stuff. You can't really like tell people how to like do things properly. But, I mean, you could just show them, but, you know, it's better to go into the nitty-gritty of it all. But, yeah, there you go. Space Blasters. It's pretty simple. Pretty easy. Anyways, hope you've enjoyed this little demo video. I'm going to go on ahead and end it here.